on the bus going round and round. Got the wheels on the bus going round and round. Yeah, wheels going round and round. Yeah, and we rolling through your town. Yeah, hey, round and round and round and round and round.
Good morning. What's going on, everyone? Welcome into another episode of the Big Ugly Sports Show. We are brought to you by the one, the only, Baker Dudley. In business since 1905, we are your first and your only source for mediocre, below average sports coverage. We are getting more and more below average by the week. Glad you could join us today. My name is Chill. Great show today. Got a little politics in here. Home run derby. Did you like the anthem? Yikes. Height hadn't heard it, so he's going to hear it first live on the air this morning. But
3 times. He's got it.
Well,
He's got us muted.
He hadn't introduced
3-time Grammy Award winner.
All right, let's see. Let's meet who's here with us. You've already heard one of them running his gator over here because he don't know how to wait on his introduction. But he's sitting to my left. He had a cup of coffee in the Marines. They call him short, story long. Survives daily off of 5-hour energy shots. He is the few. He is the proud, and always very few are proud of him. I'm talking about the Bear, Mitch Lawhorn.
Good morning, fellas.
And
it's good to be back.
Yeah,
it's good to be back.
After a small hiatus.
That's for another conversation over here.
Ooh, it's so good to be back. I was missed. The people were saying I was missed.
You were missed, buddy.
What's crazy is that he kept himself away. Like he good to be back. He's the reason he wasn't here.
Sitting to my right, the co-owner of Big Ugly Sports. He's a UGA graduate. He's a diehard dog. He can make a bottle of mouthwash stink. His bottom row's getting better, but it still looks like he bit a brick.
Oh, got that Invisalign.
Even though some have disputed it, he's still to us the one, the only pride of Buddy Johnson Road. Stop what you're doing. Put your hands together for Adam Hightower.
That's for the applause. Here we are.
Golf clap.
Yes, that's appropriate.
The least favorite of the Hightowers is with us this morning.
Well, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Big Ugly Sports Show. And we are live out here at Intern Jay's ranch, if you will. And wherever you're listening, make sure you are subscribed. We like to keep up with that. So if you're on YouTube, subscribe. Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever you're listening, subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know you like the show. Even if you don't, it makes us feel good about ourselves. So.
Hey, we got 300-something subscribers on YouTube. Very few listeners.
319, but very few. Well, a lot of them have been coerced over time into doing that. But, hey, numbers mean everything, right?
Hey, NCAA, we're back in. College football's around the corner.
Wow.
We're numbers are about to skyrocket.
Well, this is always our lull time of the year. This is when we lull, but, hey, when it takes off this year, wow, look out. So
who knows where we'll stop.
And always visit our website, www.thebiguglysportshow.com. So, as we said, Law back, and as Hyde alluded to, there's nothing else that kept him away other than him. So
he wanted to sleep in. He didn't want to be here, so he wasn't here. But now here he is. He's back.
It's not true.
He's an educator just like we are, on summer break just like we are.
My baby was sick.
What, you have a newborn or something? Or
my baby Haley.
Oh, Haley, she's grown.
She grown.
Okay.
Yeah. The one that made the sausage.
Did she have to go to the hospital or?
Well, she was out 2 days of work. Monday, Tuesday.
But if I was guessing, she was sick. She was probably asleep during this show, so you could have left her.
I had to take care of her. Mm-hmm. That's how.
Here we go.
One thing I learned about
unlike you clowns, I actually love my wife. Unlike you guys, I love my wife.
Let me ask you a question.
And so when she's sick, I take care of her.
Does she call out as easily and frequently as you do?
I don't call out.
It's a sick household, right?
I don't call out.
Y'all got low immune systems over there.
What are you talking about?
Oh, man.
I know I is not calling me out about calling this sick. All them 8 billion youngins you got. Just like a bunch of little outbreak monkeys.
They will be sick, but I won't.
Be a pile of little outbreak monkeys over there.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Well, Law, we're glad to have you back, bud. We missed you. The people were talking. They missed the ice cup.
They missed the loud, obnoxious.
They missed bad takes.
Yes.
That's not true.
And so I'm sure you've got some in store for them today.
First of all, I missed 1 week. All these weeks when these clowns are on vacation. I missed 1 week.
Law, you've definitely missed. What? You do this every time. Every time. You forget everything you've done.
Me, you, and Raji did the episode. And then the next week.
We were on vacation.
Me, you, Raji, and Height did the episode. Next week was July 4th. And then I missed the week after July 4th.
We'll go back.
That's fast.
But this is exactly what he did last time until I went back and looked at it and started naming them.
Look at it.
I will.
He'll have his pen and paper. Well, he won't now because he's not at work. If he were at work, he'd go back and do the research. But because it's summer break, he's not going to put time into it.
Opie's been on like one episode in a month.
Now we're blame shifting. Opie's working.
He is at work again.
He's at work again today.
Him and OJ and Jamie
Most
both
reliable.
been texting.
You said he's the most reliable person on the show.
No, Opie said he was most reliable. No, I'm actually the most reliable.
No. You were on like 2 week hiatus.
No, one week. Opie's the most reliable as in saying if he's going to be here, I know he's going to be here. Not most reliable and he's got work and things like that. But if he tells me the night before, I don't have to worry about waking up. With some people, I've got to send out a roll call text in the morning to see what kind of attendance we got going on.
Chuck.
And there was.
So what
you really just mean Mitch on that? Surely
you were a little late last week.
I was late. Yes,
it was like half the episode. You missed half the episode.
But the episode got good. The other half was good.
It was horrible.
I agree.
Horrible right up until then.
I agree. But
you got to listen to this clown and Opie for 30 minutes. Nobody heard you on the show last week because they all tuned out.
That's fair. Yeah.
Which in turn, as I said, it's Height's fault.
Yeah, that's on me. When I walked in, I said, it's on me 100%. And
appreciate you on it up there.
This is going to be the most listened to episode. Most listened to episode in years.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In decades.
Because, the people asked for it, so I'm back.
Should we go ahead and dive in the first segment here to the National Anthem, Height? Should
Let's
we let you hear it?
Go for it.
So stuffy,
okay, so obviously we had the home run derby last night. When people are listening to this, the All-Star game will have already taken place. But
can we get intern Jay to put us air conditioner in there?
That would be clutch. This lady named Ingrid Andress, and she was a, what did you say, Law? 3-time?
The announcement from the guy said 3-time Grammy nominee?
Yeah, nominee.
I believe is what they said. So I'm telling you what.
This is live. I'm going to start it.
Let's see Height's reaction.
It's a minute and 21 seconds long. I'm going to start at the 37-second mark because before this point, it was not good, but you were like, I've heard word. It's just not great.
I turned the TV up. Haley was cooking. She come out of the kitchen in there to see if it was a joke.
So here we go.
Do you want me to sing a little bit afterwards and see who's better?
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you once it was over if you thought you could sing it better.
Okay,
I bet your children.
So here we go. This is a little excerpt from
my daughter has an angelic voice.
The National Anthem last night at the Home Run Derby.
That our flag was still there.
Oh my gosh,
it's bad.
It don't get better.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
do you think she knows how bad that is?
She's feeling
I think she cried her eyes out when she went.
For the land of the free.
Oh, that hurts me. Are y'all uncomfortable as I am?
Yes, I felt bad for her.
I missed some height. We got to go back before.
I really don't want to hear anymore.
I felt bad for her. Haley said, "Are they booing her?" I said, "I don't know what's going on."
They should be.
The crowd was making some noise.
Oh God, Chuck, turn it off.
It's so bad. I said, "What's she nominated for? Like what? What genre of music is she singing?"
She had to have written the songs, not sang the songs.
It's so bad.
Chuck, the people don't want to hear any more of this.
Did you hear the bomb? They played the fireworks though with the bombs bursting in the air right there.
The best part of it was at some point she starts singing real soft like this. Like she's almost whispering. Best part of the song. Like you couldn't hear her.
I believe that.
Oh, it was so bad.
That's hard.
I'm telling you what, afterwards, it was cringeworthy. So you're thinking afterwards, like she's in the back crying her eyes out. Like that was all
bad. It was
bad.
Do you think she was sick or she just cannot sing at all?
It's the worst national anthem I've ever heard.
Oh, did you put that there? I was going to ask, is that the worst?
Worst I've ever heard?
That's got to be. Well, hold on. There was one with
Carl Lewis
and Fergie.
No, I heard that one.
Well, you've heard Carl Lewis. I'll play it real quick. But
I don't even know who Carl Lewis is.
Are you kidding me?
The guy with all the Olympic medals?
Yeah.
He sang the national anthem?
Mm-hmm. I think it was a basketball game.
It was.
Get a little advertisement right here.
Hey.
Is that Fergie?
Got some sneakers.
No, logo.
Dirty Harry said in one of his movies, education is a public service.
Oh, my God.
sound like he's about to sing Unchained Melody.
Say, can you see? And the Rockets.
All right, turn it.
That's bad too.
That's pretty bad. But he's an athlete, not a singer. So
Right.
hers is worse.
But my thing is, she's a 3-time Grammy nominee, so she's obviously got to be able to sing. I mean, you just don't get those. So I don't know what you try. Nerves, maybe? I mean,
Why were you nervous
What
if
is
you're a
it on
3-time
Four
Grammy nominee?
Christmas? Is it on 4 Christmases where the guy's going? His niece is coming over and she thinks she's Beyonce and she's like, No,
we're going to clip. We're going to have to clip that video there. That was
I think
good.
it's on 4 Christmas.
Can you do that one more time? Boy, you look weird.
We got to hold your hand up.
Yeah, I think the three of us, or all of us, are better than
That was
both of us.
bad. I'm not a good
That was
singer.
bad.
That was bad.
It was so bad.
Oh, say
And she's getting reamed, as you can imagine. Do it, all right?
There you go.
No, that was it.
No, one more verse.
That was good. He don't know the rest of the words.
Well, any
gotta
event
bring
we do,
words up for it.
any event we do with the bus from now on, we'll let you open up with the national anthem.
That's fine.
So I'm sure
Let's
the
get a
people
word
love
of prayer
that.
and the national anthem from Height.
So Teoscar Hernandez of the Dodgers ended up winning the home run derby.
So
Man, it was exciting though. It was a good home run derby.
Was it? See, I watched those. I watched a little bit at the beginning. Then I watched Ozuna hit, and I
I
was
wish
disappointed.
Ozuna would have done better. I was disappointed in how he.
But you can't be surprised that he got a little winded.
Yeah, he swings so hard.
Big Bull was definitely tired. He was definitely tired. And the other big guy from Texas,
Adolis Garcia.
he got tired.
But
got
his swing was really, really smooth.
man. Him and Ozuna's home runs though,
Tanks.
dude, bombs. That they hit them further than anybody. I mean,
Ozuna's the king of dropping lift. Like he's dropping that elbow, and he is like everybody else hitting these rods there. He's hitting these just crowd pleasers. But he was swinging hard in that first round, and that boy about gave out. He had to take that time out early.
I was rooting for Bobby Witt Jr.
Who was in the finals? I didn't even want to do.
Bobby Witt Jr. Hernandez.
and, yeah.
And
Whit was the hometown boy. Like his whole family was there. He's from Texas.
And he almost tied it up. It was the last one he hit was like right at the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It hit about midway in center field too. It hit about midway on the wall.
There were two positive takeaways for me from that. One, Pete Alonso did terrible. Didn't win it. And two, Alec Baum, however he says his last name, was on
Dude,
top.
he did good.
Yeah, but I'm glad he didn't win it. I can't stand the Phillies.
Yeah.
So.
I don't.
Dude was wearing a back
out of
brace.
the Phillies
Why was he
too.
wearing a
Like,
back
why
brace?
is he in the home run derby? Out of all the home run hitters on that team, he would be the last one I'd put in there. But he's got 11 home runs on the season.
Yeah, really, I didn't know
last
that.
one. Yeah, he was the lowest of all of them. That's why he went first.
Do you think
What about Aaron Nola?
Do you think?
Huh?
Do you
Aaron
think
Nola.
11 home runs is the least amount on the Phillies batting order?
No.
I didn't say that. Out of all the home run hitters on the lineup, there's got to be like 3 ahead of him.
There was clarifying. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
that
mean,
makes
Bryce
sense.
Harper's going to be ahead of him. Why
He's
wouldn't they
hurt.
put Harper in?
He's hurt.
Him and Schwarber are both injured.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Just keep up with sports a little bit if you're on a sports talk radio.
I can't stand Baum since the what was the play where he didn't touch home? They were playing the Braves. Like he'd never touched home.
Yeah. I remember
Yeah, that play.
that play.
And ever since then, hated him because he's like, yeah, I did touch home. Liar. You know you didn't touch it.
Well, staying somewhat in the realm of sports, I got to Colin, my brother-in-law, asked me to caddy for him. He played in the Georgia Amateur Golf Tournament.
He had the privilege.
At Augusta Country Club.
Big boy was sweating it.
Bad.
I mean, dying, I guarantee you.
Bad. The first day.
After 9 holes, did you tell him you're going to have to carry your own clubs?
So I know you've been to Augusta National.
I've never been.
Okay. So it's very, very hilly, Augusta National is.
right.
Well, Augusta Country Club literally butts up to it.
Right.
Very, very hilly also. And man, it was, me and Colin were just out of our leagues. Like it was, as far as just swanky people up there. And
So you're more out of your element.
at league, I was out of everything really.
Yeah, but those people are not better than y'all. They're just richer. So this is more out of your element.
They're
Out of my element. Better at
They're
golf.
better than you as people in general. Just like
As
walking
human.
down the street,
Chuck,
they're better.
you're one of the best people I know. There's no way those people are better than you.
Well, thank you, Hyde. I appreciate that.
That's my new
The
boss,
members at Green Acres are better people than Chuck.
right? No.
Yes, That's fast.
You're talking to the board member here. Back to my story.
Wait, are you a member? Hold on, Chuck.
No, he's not.
I'm not a member.
Okay, well, if you were a member, I was going to say definitely you're not better than him.
All right, back to my story. So I've told Hike this already, but the first day me and Colin get there, we come in. It's the night before it actually starts. They've got this like little dinner and stuff, and it's like a big deal. Like the Georgia Amateur, outside of the Masters and outside of probably the Tour Championship they have in Atlanta, is probably the biggest golf tournament in Georgia. I mean, it's all the best amateurs, and there are a bunch of college golfers there, and so this place, the Augusta Country Club, it's like $50,000 initiation membership. Like it's just rich, but it's huge, man. So we walk in downstairs and into the men's. It's titled men's locker room. We just are looking around. We walk. It's like a big bar area. We walk in there. We're just standing there, and somebody walks by, and I hear them say something. I just assumed they said, "Hey, how are y'all?" So I was like, "Doing good, man. How are you?" And he just kind of kept on walking, and Colin started laughing. I was like, "Well," he said, "He told us to take our hats off." Like, okay, so hat off. But
see, better than him.
Well, I was just nervous. I just forgot to take my hat off. But anyhow, he played the first day. It was a 4-day tournament, but you had to make the cut after the second day, and Daddy had to push his clubs in a cart. Man,
you didn't tote them?
No, sir.
Were other people toting?
It was a mix. There were a little bit of both. I told Colin when we got there, he told me, he said, "You're going to want this cart." And I said, "Colin, if I'm the only one with the cart, I'm toting them, regardless if I pass away out here on this course. I'm not I'm not pushing the cart if I'm the only one." And
they don't push a cart on television. That's weak.
Well, we weren't on television, so there's that. But
you'd have to have like 4 towels, two for you and one for the club.
I almost am not sure if toting the clubs, I'm not sure it wouldn't have been easier. Going up them hills and stuff, it would have been, I feel like, easier to pushing that thing up like that.
You can't pull it.
It's a push, 3 wheels.
You couldn't have the motor out?
It would have been harder to pull it. I wish one person did have the thing that you attach to your belt or whatever. But anyhow, you boys cashed, very cashed after the first day. I mean, my shin still hurt right now. But
tell brother-in-law to send us a video. I bet he videoed you.
No, he couldn't. He was dialed in. But he shot +3 the first day and +7 the second day, which wasn't good enough to make the cut. But caddy laid him down a few times, if I can be honest. Caddy laid him down.
I believe that.
Wrong club choice.
Well,
he asked for a 7. You gave him a 6.
No. I told him every time. Listen,
what do you think I should hit here? And you told him the wrong club.
I said, when I hand you a club, you check it every time I hand it to you, so we can make sure I don't want any blame, because I could easily hand you the wrong one. But I did have a time where I could have spoken up and maybe have helped him make the cut. So I'll share that right after the break. So y'all stay with us. We will be right back.
New year, new financial goals? Whether it's saving, investing, or planning for the future, we've got your back. Visit Bank of Dudley today and let's make 2024 your year for financial success. Bank with confidence at Bank of Dudley. Since 1905, member FDIC.
This is Brad Meeks, owner of Brian's Giant Subs. Thanks for listening to the Big Ugly Sports Podcast. Come see us today to grab your favorite sub, 1632 Veterans Boulevard in the Oaks Shopping Center, Dublin, Georgia.
J2 Streaming Services. With over 9,000 live channels and packages starting at $15 per month, you literally can't beat it. Visit them on the web at www.j2streaming.com. Proud sponsor of the Big Ugly Sports Show.
For all your HVAC needs, please call Elite Comfort Solutions. We specialize in commercial and residential HVAC. The number is 833-483-HVAC, and the website is www.elitecomfortsolutions-inc.com. Call for a free quote today.
Big Peach Car Wash, coming this April, across from Walmart on Highway 80. I hadn't washed my truck in 5 years. I'm breaking that streak this April.
Welcome back to the Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by the Bank of Dudley. We are here for segment 2, out here on Benny Bridges Plantation, owned currently and rented out by Jay.
Owned and operated by intern Jay.
But so the incident where, so like I said, we went +3 the first day. We figured the cut was going to be +3. That's what we had thought. So we just said, need Colin to have an even par round day 2. That'll get us into the weekend. We had an early morning 7 a.m. tee time on the second day. Clutch early, but man, it was so much nicer out there. And so sure enough, he's 2 over through the first 14 holes. So we're sitting at +5 with 15, 16, 17, 18, and we're thinking we got to shave off 2 strokes somewhere down here, and we're on a 15's a par 5. He hits the ball, and one thing I learned about this whole process is, 1, Colin's really, really good at golf, and 2, everybody that was there was very, very good at golf. But he hits the ball down the right side. It's in the rough, and their rough there was, just as plush as you can imagine, just soft grass over there. And he had a pretty good lie, but not a great lie.
Was it a flyer lie or?
What's exactly that?
A flyer lie is when it's kind of sitting up on top of the grass, and so it's kind of buried. Or?
It was kind of in between. It wasn't sitting nice because the grass was too soft for it. It wasn't firm enough for it to just sit on top of it. So he didn't have a great. He would have had to make a really good shot. So we got to thinking, and we didn't really have a whole lot of conversation about it, but we both were kind of on the same idea that we got to go for it because we've only got 4 holes left.
Par 5 is your chance.
We feel like we got to get at least 3 over is where we think. So that means we got to birdie 2 out of the last 4, and this was the last par 5. And so he decides to go 3-wood, and this is where the caddy could have said, hey, let's get an iron out. Let's just play it safe. Put it up there. Let's try to get a birdie. And he was trying to go for the green. Well, not a good hit. And he essentially, it looked like me when I hit it.
He duffed it?
He duffed it. Pretty much a duff. It went about 30 yards probably into a bush. Literally watched it check into the bush. So we walk over there. The ball's up against the bush where he couldn't be able to hit it. So we have to take an unplayable there.
Is that I can't remember. Is that stroke?
Yeah, so it's a stroke. You just can come back off the line to the hole and as far back as you want and drop. So anyhow, triple 15. Followed by a double on 16. And obviously at the time we didn't know. We just felt like we were out of it. But circling back, if Caddy Chill would have said, hey, let's chip it out. Let's see what we can do. The cut ended up being +4. So if we'd have just birdied one of the last 4, he would have been in. But
that's just horrible caddying.
Well, on the flip side, we would have been at +4. The leader at the end of day 2 was at 7 under. So as far as Chill's legs go, we wouldn't have been in contention going to the weekend. I'd have just had to walk 2 more rounds. So we weren't all mad that we were heading home, but the winner ended up shooting 13 under on a 4-day.
Oh, my goodness.
Jake Peacock is his name. He can't be 20, 21 years old. He plays at South Florida. He won it last year. Obviously, I heard somebody else say he'll be pro one day. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but he back-to-back winner of the Georgia Amateur, which qualified him for the U.S. Amateur, and if he wins that, we'll see him playing in the Masters and the U.S. Open. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it was a good experience, a lot of fun. Larry Mize, the Masters champion in 1987, spoke, and it was good.
I was just remembering in the text message you said Larry Mize was guest speaker, and Jay said, that dude was so decent.
Oh, man, but anyhow, yep, so appreciate Colin for allowing me.
Sounds like a good time.
It was, man, dude. It was first class. It reminded you. It was not Augusta National. You can do that, but when you were out there, you felt like you were at Augusta National. I mean, there ain't a pine cone on pine trees everywhere. No pine cones, like grass, fairways, immaculate.
Like at 7 in the morning, do they like drag it to get the dew?
Dude, when we got there at. Colin's not one of those. He's not a big warm-up guy. So we get there at 6:30. He's going to hit a couple of balls here and there. When we get there, it's like there are people everywhere. You got people in the parking lot, blowing the parking lot. They're drying the greens. They've got because we were the first group off, so out ahead of us throughout the whole day, they had like these golf carts with no governor, by the way. Jerks were riding, but they had machines behind them with big blowers. So they just driving up in that. You wouldn't have, when we were playing it, you would have never known there was dew on the ground.
That's what I was wondering.
It was crazy. I mean, it was crazy.
So
It was crazy.
So you think, or one of the two that course is the best, like not Augusta National course in.
Well, you've got a Hoopie match play down there that they say that you can't play, but they say it's immaculate. They say it, but I got to imagine. Augusta Country Club is up there. Like I've played Marietta, which is where Wade is, and it's super nice. But Augusta Country Club is like it was like the greens, man. I don't know how they do the rolling on a stent meter of this, but Colin said it was the fastest greens he's ever played on. He said they were rolling like a 13.5 to 14.5 for all you golfers that are listening, all 3 of you. But if you ever end up above the hole in any way,
you better buck it or you're gone.
Gone. Like
some people are saying Green Acres greens are currently the best they've ever been. Yes,
I don't doubt.
Of course, man. I don't know if y'all have seen. Have y'all been out there recently?
Mm-mm.
Man, it is looking really, really good.
Really?
There's a couple.
They probably messed
where we
up
got some
where Raji played, and
where we got some
huge divots.
There's a couple holes where we had some. It was holding water a little bit, but it's drying out now. And anyway, it's looking really, really good.
Would you compare it to Augusta Country Club? I mean, is that where you?
I mean, you can
because we transition there. Easily.
Yeah, I know. It's just plug in Green Acres just when I can. Yeah.
Home course.
Yeah, the hometown course, backyard course.
Hey, shout out to Green Acres. They've been good people to West Lawrence High School.
Oh yeah.
All right. So that wraps up my story with that eventful weekend, I guess you could say, with Donald Trump.
Politics, man.
We don't normally talk politics on here, and we're not going to get into necessarily.
We're not really. This is more current event than politics.
Right. Even though most of our listeners would probably agree politically with us, however, not everybody.
Like Jamie probably would be. He's big time liberal. So your brother
is he?
Well, it's probably his wife.
No, she's hardcore conservative.
I don't believe it.
I do.
This is Mitch's brother.
I know
Law's brother. We're talking about
hippie.
I know Meredith. No, that's my neighbor, Sherry Johnson. She's the hippie.
She is a hippie.
I've seen Law give her a hard time at school. But y'all's thoughts on Trump's near assassination? Where does the buck stop? Are you conspiracy guys that think somehow it was an inside job and they allowed that guy to get there? Or?
Well,
you guys are history guys.
Before we touch on that, I've had conversations with my dad before of like, what are historical days in your life that you remember? And he was alive when Kennedy was assassinated. And he said he was in elementary school when they shut school down and everybody went home.
Yeah, rightfully so.
And, and so I can remember like 9/11. I remember exactly where I was when all that happened. Mm-hmm. And I believe, this is one of those things that people will remember.
Right.
It's crazy to imagine that we are dealing with this kind of stuff, in 2024, that people are still trying to assassinate political leaders.
Mm-hmm. Can't get rid of crazy. There's always crazy there. But I feel like that had he still been president, the guy would have never been able to take a shot at him. You know what I'm saying?
Because of lack of manpower, or
they're not going to. Your best Secret Service are not going to be with Donald Trump.
Here's what I can't figure out.
And he'll have Secret Service the rest of his life, regardless of whether he wins the presidency or not. Mm-hmm. But they're not going to put the best dudes with him.
But there should be. I cannot understand how a person was on top of a roof and nobody saw it, because I've seen videos of people saying, "Hey, who's that guy on the roof? There's a guy on the roof right there. Hey."
Yeah. And I believe there's several videos where the shooters for the cops, the shooters for the Secret Service, were basically aimed in at him. Like, hey, do we shoot now? Should we shoot him now? Should we wait till he takes a shot? My thing is, the only thing is, maybe they had to wait till they saw him have a gun, and as soon as he had the gun, he took the shot.
Well, I've seen a bunch of movies. Mm-hmm. Okay, and on the movies, anytime a political leader is in anywhere,
snipers everywhere.
What are they doing? What are they doing? They're checking rooftops.
Yeah.
Hey, they're always we're checking rooftops,
especially one within 150, 200 yards away.
Yeah, mate, I just don't get it.
Right.
And if you look at the diagram, it's not like it's like a metropolitan area and there's just buildings everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like Hobbs Sporting Goods building, this little metal building.
If it is a conspiracy, who's it a conspiracy for? Because if they're going to let him take the shot, they'd have killed him. Like a guy that's shooting the gun is going to kill him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So on the conspiracy side, wouldn't it be Donald Trump that basically got shot? You know what I'm saying?
You're saying Trump put this guy up to shoot him?
No, that's what I'm saying. If you're going to play the conspiracy theory of the thing, is like, if we set this up, the Democrats would have made dang sure they killed him.
Yeah.
Well, they got pretty close this year.
True or false for a second. Now, this was no joke. Me and Shelby talked about it for a split second. This was before we knew anybody actually got hurt in the crowd. We thought it was possible that Trump had that ketchup pack in his hand, and when he grabbed that ear and went down,
just like WWF back in
somebody just right about pop, 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 and he just goes down. Mr. Walter Reed said he had a hole puncher in his hand. He punched that ear right here, but then once I found out somebody had been shot, I was like, nah, that takes that out.
If Eddie Floyd had been there instead of Trump, and he takes one in the ear, could that have been a mortal wound? Like, would he have bled out?
Yes. He's definitely got more blood flowing through there than the rest of us.
Or J-Baby.
Or Jay.
Yes. And J-Baby don't like when anybody touches his ear. You imagine how angry he'd be? He got one.
Oh, man. But it is a miracle that Trump's not dead. I mean, that.
And thank God. I mean, even on Biden's side, had it been Biden in the same situation, nobody wants one of our former presidents or current president. Even if you don't like him, you don't want him to die.
It is bad juju if he takes one and goes
on a world stage.
Yes, and well, in a domestic stage as well. It's very bad.
Either way,
yeah.
I mean, as much as Republicans don't like Biden, I just don't know anybody that wants him to die.
Only a complete idiot moron.
Well, you look at TikTok and videos on YouTube of people saying, "Man, a couple of inches to the left, we'd be rid of this problem." What? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Like those are crazy people.
Well, the answer to that question is yes, they are crazy.
And as much as he might have incited riots on January 6th,
he did not.
Dude,
hold on. Don't do that.
As much as he might have, let's just say he did. Dude, the Democrats have incited this. As much as they're talking about taking him out, and you see their videos talking about killing the president. You ever seen the video with Johnny Depp? So when's the last time an actor killed a president?
Yeah, I've seen that clip.
Did y'all see where Representative Benny Thompson, he has an agent that works for him, or her name is Jacqueline Marsall. She's a field director for him. And shortly after that assassination attempt, she posted somewhere, "I don't condone violence, but please get you some shooting lessons so you don't miss next time." Oops, that wasn't me talking.
Should be fired.
She was immediately by him.
Exactly.
Once I say immediately, according to him, once he caught wind of it, she was immediately fired.
What about what you think about his vice president?
I don't really know a lot about him.
Young guy.
I think he already wins Florida without him. I mean, that guy's from Ohio.
I was about to say what.
I like the Scott guy. That's who I wanted. That's why I really like this.
Yeah, me too.
I was a little surprised Tim Scott didn't get it as well.
That guy was from Ohio, right? That's right. For some reason, I was thinking he was from Florida.
And Scott's from, do you know where?
South Carolina.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I kind of like Vivek
Ramaswamy. He's not going to pick him, though.
No.
He's too young.
Well, there's been...
Well, this guy's 39. I don't know.
Ramaswamy's kind of got like a cult following.
Well, yeah, and he's also got some ties to George Soros, I believe. Yeah. So.
If George Soros offered to pay for my college, I would take it, too.
Sure, absolutely.
All right, we will finish our VP debate, or our VP talk, and a little more about politics on the other side before we dive into yesterday's release of NCAA college football.
I got some stories for that.
Y'all stay with us. We will be right back.
Bank of Dudley is proud to sponsor the Big Ugly Sports Show. Wherever you're listening to your favorite sports show, you can also be banking with your favorite bank. Bank of Dudley offers mobile and online banking platforms to make managing your money easy. Get on that Bank of Dudley bus. Bank of Dudley since 1905. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the third segment of the Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by the Bank of Dudley. I've been talking a little bit of the Trump near assassination attempt and the new VP candidate, J.D. Vance, 39-year-old. So essentially, how old are you?
39.
Could you do it right now?
Oh, yeah.
No questions asked.
Like if I had somebody watch my kids, for sure I'd do it.
I'm pretty sure in that position you could find a nanny. But I saw where, let me see, y'all can go on and talk, but he was...
Who, the vice president?
Yeah. He's a former
Vance.
Former Marine, maybe?
Former Marine.
Yeah.
Do you know him?
No.
They didn't serve together?
J.D. Vance? What's this?
Who do you reckon's killed more people?
He wrote a book. He wrote a bestseller book.
That was turned into a movie.
That's a Netflix movie.
Hillbilly Elegy.
Elegy.
Say law. Who's killed more people, you or him?
He may have. I don't know what he did in the rings.
What's your
body count? Can't discuss.
Yeah, that could go either way.
Oh, yeah.
That's G14.
Sorry, Haley.
This is a G-rated.
Is G14 classified? Have you
1, 2 now? 2.
talking about like driving your vehicle?
I don't know where you're going right now, Law. Let's circle back.
Let's change the topic.
This is a family-friendly show now.
You're the one that said it. I
This
didn't
guy
say
said 1, now 2.
2 now. 2 now.
Amy and Haley, here we are.
Oh man, that went south. All right,
That's you. You started that.
but do you? We don't. I didn't know when I heard his name. I was like, who is that to start with? Because I was expecting. I really wanted, like y'all said, Tim Scott. I'm a fan of Tim Scott. I think he was
big. This guy was big back during COVID when COVID was going on. He was one of the young Republicans that was pushing the no mask, no vaccines. Like you don't have to take the vaccine if you don't actually push through a bill. I think that ended up becoming a law. You didn't have to wear on public transportation. You didn't have to wear a mask. They were trying to force people to wear masks in Ohio or something like that. But
did y'all watch any of the RNC last night?
No, I didn't. And
I did. I didn't really like the Teamsters guy. I'm not a big union guy.
Man, he wouldn't be quiet.
Man, and he's the first union guy the Republicans have ever had in the national.
Dude, he talked and talked and talked.
But I mean, I see why Trump and them wanted him on there, but at the same, just to get those union votes.
Mm-hmm. But they checked every box.
Republicans ain't big union people, man. They don't. There ain't a whole lot of Republicans like unions.
Trump and them checked every box with people out there. They had a segment height where it was EDA is what they called it, Everyday Americans. So they had random people coming up. Not random, they were chosen, but people like us. And you had the Latino lady who you couldn't hardly understand what she was saying. And
how bad do you want to zoom in?
Amber Rose,
the model.
The model. I think she's got a baby by Future, maybe.
How bad did you want to zoom in?
Talking about the bald-headed lady?
Yes. How bad did you want to zoom in? Me and Haley wanted to zoom in to see what was written on her head.
But she said, she was one of the ones that said when Trump was first elected, she couldn't stand him. She thought
her dad
he was racist.
Big Trumpers.
All this, he didn't like people, but he just went on this rant about how she believed everything the left was feeding her, until her dad told her, if you think he's a racist, then prove it to me. And she said, so I started studying all things Trump, and she said the more I studied him, the more I realized, he's for the people. And she went on this whole big spiel. It was pretty good. But I didn't know, back to the VP with Vance, I didn't know until watching that in 2016 he was like anti everything Trump. Like
all them young Republicans were. He was on Marco Rubio and all them young Republicans.
And they were asking, they asked him, well, what, you were essentially a few years ago anti-Trump, now you're his VP. And they were like, what happened?
Man, he had the
said
best
the simple answer. He proved me wrong.
He said, I let him prove it to me. He said in his 4 years as presidency.
Was 50 out there? 50 Cent?
Nobody has done some concerts, hadn't he?
Yeah, so I sent that thing.
I didn't watch. I didn't know.
Yeah, he had a concert. It was the day after, I guess. And when he sang, when Many Men came on, the big background was 50 Cent's body with Trump's head on it.
So I guess 50's a supporter, or
I mean, who knows?
He probably used
just
been advantage.
Yeah, be paid to be a supporter.
Speaking of 50, we went. I'll never forget, in college at Middle Georgia. In Cochran there ain't nothing going on, but me and Ray Cannington, loyal listener here, big fan of the show, we decided that the movie Get Rich or Die Trying had come out. 50 Cent, and it was the first night it come out, and the closest theater was in Eastman.
I've been there.
And it was a late show, so me and Ray are like, hey, man, let's go check it out. We went, dude, that thing was slammed. And when I say me and Ray were the only two white people in the whole facility, amazing. But we had an absolute blast.
I remember that movie. It was good.
Great movie. Mm-hmm. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. So, we got about, 10 or so minutes left. Y'all got anything else on politics before we?
Well, no more politics. But if we need to run anybody in the dirt, we can run Wade straight up in that dirt.
Get him, Mike.
I mean, I cannot figure out why we can't get just 2 or 3 questions.
This is back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, it don't take
not
much.
Coming from me, Cousin Wade. Not coming.
Well, that's because you ain't got the cojones.
And he's not relevant in the race.
No, it's not coming from me, Cousin Wade.
How hard? I spoke to
good
him.
peeps.
I spoke to him last
Wait, hold
week.
on. Don't tell me that you talked to him recently before today.
Yesterday.
You talked to him? No, you didn't. Chuck.
Yeah.
You did not talk to him yesterday.
And
Remind him.
last week on Monday, because I normally try to shoot him a text on Monday. Hey, bus up. That's all I say. Last week I shot him a text. He calls me, and he says, we talked. He said, I'm at the airport, finna fly to Connecticut with her family's vacation or whatever. And I was like, okay, good. He said, I give me plenty of time on that plane to get it. Okay, nothing.
God.
Yesterday I called him, or I text him. We talked on the phone again yesterday. Bus up. I got you.
Do you is there any?
But he's going to blame me for not reminding him.
Do you think we can get any type of formal apology from him on this?
No. As far as he's concerned, he's doing us a solid.
Okay.
But yeah, Wade continues to let us down with the bus cup. So
Not me.
Thanks
You're
a
not
lot,
letting me
Wade.
down, Wade.
The only
Well, you
reason
hadn't
you're
been here
not
to
let
miss
down.
it.
You're not letting me down.
The only reason you're not let down is because you're not falling farther behind whenever I win today. That was inevitable that I was going to win.
It's not.
Your best bet is Height not to show up, and you.
That's not true.
Us to have the bus cup.
I won last week and gave him my points. That's how far ahead I am.
I wasn't even here. You gave me your points.
No, I gave Opie my points because I was late, so I felt like I didn't deserve the points.
Whoa. You can't give away points.
Sure you can. They're
that
his.
puts Opie way ahead of me, and he ain't been here.
He was already way ahead of
He's
you.
been on vacation for 2 months.
No, he was here again, and you weren't, so we weren't going to give you anything.
I was knocking on that door on Opie.
Well, easy knocking now. All right, let's go to let's talk a little NCAA football. So it finally came out. It's been 11 years in the making. For all
Intern
of us.
Jay's still at the house playing it right now.
Jay definitely took a seat that day because I saw a text. I saw what time that text come through in our group. Way later than
Way later. He normally stays up.
Yeah, so
4 o'clock in the morning.
Jay, this is a true story now. He did say in our group text that, and he's been saying this for days, that he was going to have a tummy ache Tuesday morning.
This was a well-planned tummy ache. And Benny's not going to listen to the show, and Benny ain't got no clue
He don't know
NCAA
about
came out.
video games because Benny's a real man. He's out, working and grinding all the time.
So at 6:46, Jay probably had his alarm set for 6:45 to wake up and call Daddy, text Daddy that he's not going to be there. So he's going to go back to sleep.
No,
and get up and play.
No.
This mother just stayed up straight through.
Jay has been calling in so long. I guarantee you, probably about 11 o'clock. Daddy, I don't feel good.
Do you
He
think
sent that text. He already sent that text.
And it's like,
So that way he could sleep?
So then the follow up is, I'm still sick.
I stayed up all night last night, and I can't.
So his plan today, no doubt, is to grind all day on NCAA. And I played a couple of games last night. It's hard. It's hard. I played on All-American like you, so I can't imagine Heisman right now.
Yeah, I only played about 3 or 4. Well, let me back it up. Let me back it up here. So
reverse.
I was not going to get the game at all. Was not going because I'm like, I don't have time. I'm busy with my kids and all this yada yada. I don't have time to do this. Well, I take my kids over to my parents' house last week. We're playing Madden 16.
Here come the memories.
And man, I am wearing my son out, and he's crying like legit. I go down, score on 4 plays. He gets the ball, throws a pick. And I'm like, this game is too easy. He starts crying. Like he's like, you can't talk to me like that. I was like, son, you better toughen up if you're gonna play video games with me.
Your whole life.
Yeah. And so anyway, well, he immediately goes and cuts the game off, restarts it.
He didn't hit the power button. Right?
No, he went start, exit game, yes, restarted.
Okay.
And what I do, march, touchdown, pick, and he's like, I don't want to play Papa. So he didn't want to play me anymore. I was like, that's the problem. Your grandpa been giving you this false sense of security. It's not real. You're not
Gonna
good.
get that smoke now.
Yeah. So anyway, after that, the juice start flowing. Like, I got to get this. So I hightail it from East Dublin, and I had somewhere I was supposed to be at. I think I had a board meeting at Green Acres. I hightail it to Walmart, buy a PlayStation, and go to.
I bought the PlayStation and the game.
Yes,
got to.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna tell you how much.
There's a lot of money in there.
So anyway, the next morning, I tell the kids, all right, look, if y'all want this PlayStation, y'all better pony up some money. Dude, they go and get their piggy banks, right?
These kids been grinding, saving this money up for years.
$300 what they come up with and give it to me.
Yeah, and you took it?
Yes, sir.
What that is a
So Heights playing the PlayStation.
Right
now, surely they have all rank. When they want to play, is theirs. Now, you got to get off.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, Now
you in the middle of the NCAA game, and they trying to get
no.
He's in the season. He's like, hey, y'all got to wait.
So here's how it went.
You want to play? Give me some more money.
Here's how it went. Here's how they gave me the money. I said, all right. Now Brooks, he gave me like $240 something. And I
Christmas money.
I did. I put him off to the side. I said, now this is more your PlayStation than it's Jake's.
You paid more.
Yeah. So you're more owner. I said, I'm main owner. You're second main, and then it's Jake. So then I got their money. I got their money, and so I got them doing chores. I started them this summer. They have chores.
This is even worse, Height.
This is even better. Is what it is.
He don't have to pay for chores for years. He's going to keep telling them.
He's paying them.
No, he's going to keep telling them, I don't have to pay you for chores because you still owe on that PlayStation.
So I take the money they gave me. So whenever it's time for me to pay them,
give them their money
back. He's giving their own money back.
Their own money back.
That's tough.
But listen,
that's so dirty.
Whenever I want things done at home, I say, all right, boys, it's time to do your chores. And they strike out and do it. Now, my two little ones, boy, I have to still whip them to make them do stuff.
Well, that's because they not money invested in the PlayStation.
So my youngest son, he's like, Daddy, I want to turn. I said, you didn't give any money. You're not playing. His brother's like, he'll just give him some money. He's like, just give him $5. He said, no, I'm not giving him the $5.
There you go. Good for you, Hill.
Well, he's not playing either.
He'll sneak in there. Once he figures out how to turn it on and operate everything.
He's playing right now. He woke up early just so he can play it right now.
Daddy, wake me up for you.
So I bought them, I bought them MLB The Show. They asked me for a game. I said, all right, y'all, I'm not going to make y'all pay for this, but I'll go ahead and get this one.
So you one of them.
Y'all can play this. Y'all can play this one on Daddy.
You pay your kids to do chores?
Yeah, I'm teaching them how to that money is you come by money through working.
We do that for AC too. Not a lot.
It's
a couple dollars.
It's not. It's it's $10. And the way I do it is if one of my kids says, Daddy, I don't want to do that chore. Okay, don't do that. But he's getting your money. No. I take the money. Like, here's the way I go. Like, if Jake's the one, he'll say, I don't want to do it. I say, all right, Brooks, do you want to do it? I'll hire you to do his part. Yes, sir. So I take his money and give it, and that drives the other kid crazy. And then if Brooks says, Daddy, I don't want to do it, I just want to do my part, then I tell Jake, you can either do it for money or you can do it with a whipping, but you're going to do it regardous. So
might as well do it for that money. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Brooks is eventually going to do this math. He's like,
so if you got to make him, if you got to make him with the whipping, he don't get paid.
That's right.
I got you. All right.
And Brooks is going to do the math eventually. All right, so Daddy's paying me $10 a week. At 20, I got 24 weeks of work to get paid for. After that, I'm getting in his pocket then. I get my $240 to get my money back.
But it's anyway. So
but about the game, right?
So we're it launched at 4:00 yesterday, and we're doing chore like. They're doing. We were outside working, doing some yard work, and we come inside. And I said, "All right, guys," because Brooks knows the game's dropping at 4. He knows, and I said, "He's like, Daddy, can we play?" I said, "Well, you got to do your chores." So
why Daddy play? I told Adam's in there for 2 hours.
I said, I'm going to go in there and play, but y'all got to do y'all's chores for y'all play. But I didn't really do that. I went and helped them. I helped them do their chores. I helped them. So while me and him are like cleaning up and stuff, I said, all right, now listen, I need you to understand, I've been waiting on this since 2014. Okay, I've been playing this game longer than you've been alive. Really, the only reason
you finna see a happier daddy going forward now.
Really, the only reason we got this PlayStation 5, really, I mean, I know y'all chipped in. I said, but the only reason we got it is because I wanted to play this game.
They're going to buy other games for it, and he ain't gonna let them play the other game.
So what I told him was, do not ask me. I said, I'm going to play the game. Don't ask me any questions. Don't talk to me. Don't ask to hold the controller. Nothing. For a little while.
Till Daddy gets locked in here.
At least for a month. So at least for a month.
So we go turn it on, and I crank the TV to 100, and I just the intro and everything. It was so good. Everything I wanted it to be.
Did you play at Sanford yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Night game, and I played Georgia. I'm sorry, a little yawn there. Played Georgia Tech yesterday, first game, Sanford Stadium, 8:00 kickoff.
Man.
And my first. That could have been a good little intro right there.
Dong.
I am Iron Man.
Anyway. Bobby Mom.
So anyway, first drive, pick. Carson Beck throws a pick.
Easy to do.
Or me. And so I'm playing the computer, and my kids are laughing. They're loving it. They think it's hilarious that I threw a pick. Well, then they start, can I play? I was like, you're not touching this controller. So Jake's like, but Daddy, I can be the other team, right? So I'm like, yeah, you can be the other team. So I let him be Georgia Tech. They go down and score.
With him?
Yeah, Jake, 6 years old, drives down, scores with Georgia Tech. Okay, then next
He's
drive,
just mashing buttons.
Next
No idea what.
Not a pick with him.
throwing dimes is what he's doing. Next drive, Carson Beck, pick.
Jake user pick.
No, Brooks has got it. It wasn't a user pick. Brooks had it this time. And anyway, but I ended up coming back and winning. But,
amazing game, man. It's a lot going for. We're finna fire our dynasty up. That Law's not in. So we'll talk about that a lot. And
not a gamer, man.
And if you were, you wouldn't be in this dynasty. But but yeah, a lot of good things around that. But boys, it is that time for us to wind it down. Good show today. Covered all kind of dabbed in politics. Talk to us.
It's current events. All right, hey, appreciate y'all listening this morning. Law, thank you for showing up, man. Little guest appearance for Law here. Yeah, thank you for coming.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, anytime for you, bud.
Hey, be sure to check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram. Well, not really so much Instagram anymore, but thebiguglysportshow.com. Give us a share, give us a comment, follow, tell your friends and family, neighbors and enemies, whoever, tell everybody.
Hey, he summed it up right there. Appreciate all our sponsors. Thank you for all you do. Wherever you're at today, whatever you're doing,
get on that bus.
Swishing, 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 yeah. And they swishing, swishing, swish, swish, swish. Got the horn on the bus going beep, beep, beep.